Hi, I'm Todd here with 60X Custom Strings. Today I'm going to show you how to change strings and cables on a crossbow. This crossbow here in particular does not require a cable slide, so you don't have to take the head of the bow off to change the strings and cables on it. So we're just going to leave it in the press how it is. Another thing you'll notice, this crossbow here has 2 bus cables on it. It's a very common setup for crossbows, so just keep that in mind. If your crossbow does not have 2 bus cables on it, the process is going to be very similar, just with different parts, and it'll attach to different parts of the cam. Alright, so I'm just going to press this bow. Alright, so I'm going to do first, I'm just going to take one of these yoke cables off. Alright, now there's not much room to work inside these tiny wheels on this crossbow, and with the crossbow strings and cables being thicker than a compound, they're very stiff, so when you get them in there, sometimes you'll put the string on and the cable will pop off. So it's fairly meticulous when you're working inside these small cams. So I'm going to take the string off now, give myself a little more room to work. Okay. So now I'm just going to take one of the new bus cables. I'm going to feed it through exactly how the one I took off was. That hook back up. Now I can tell that these new cables are a lot tighter than the old stretched out ones, so I'm going to have to press this bow a little bit further. And I'm working back here to try to let you guys get a better view of what I'm doing. It's a lot easier to work from the front of the bow, obviously. Alright, take the other cable off. You have the other new cable. Get back up. Now it doesn't matter what order, whether you hook the top side of the cable or the bottom side up, it doesn't matter. Okay. Now the new cables are on the bow. You come to the string. Now you notice with this string here, the center serving is exactly in the middle of this string. It's not like a compound bow where normally the center serving is closer to the top than the bottom. So it doesn't matter which direction you hook to the top and which direction you hook to the bottom. Just take whatever side you want. Hook it up. Make sure your cable stays in the track. Now this is where it gets a little tedious because your cable wants to pop off and there's not a whole lot of room to work. This cable right here just came off. That's okay. Like I said, with these being stiff and on a small cam, it takes a little bit of finagling to get them in there. Now once you have everything hooked up where it should be, And even here, sometimes you can use a screwdriver to help you get the strings back on the pegs if they end up popping off. Okay. Just make sure that everything is in the proper track and on the proper peg. It's a lot easier to do when you're working from the front of the bow. Now everything's on where it should be. You just relax the tension on the press. Let the bow take all the stress. And that's all you have to do to restring a crossbow.